Hi everyone, I'm Vinay. I'm going to talk about Intellij, an IDE used for programming typically. I think most of us know what's an IDE. It's just a programming environment which typically consists of a code editor, compiler, debugger, and good GUI builder. I'm going to show you a sample. If you can see here, it's a Java program, but I'm not using some notepad to do it. I'm using here an IDE. Here it is IntelliJ. If you can see, I have a lot of options to choose to do with my programming language, which usually helps a programmer to code faster. We have lots of IDEs in market, like Eclipse, which mainly is used by most of the people for Java, and Homesite, Dreamweaver for HTML, and Android Studio for Android, and there are lots of other IDEs, but I chose IntelliJ because it has some unique features. And just to remind you, Android Studio, PyCharm, and Scala Charm, everything are all part of IntelliJ idea. So IntelliJ is available in two versions. One is free open source, free of cost, and the other one is Ultimate Edition. Let me show you what are all the features available for you in free and Ultimate Editions. Like you see, Community Edition provides us Java, Groovy, Scala, Kotlin. All these languages are all supported, and also Android. It's both supported in both the editions. Maven, Gradle for building and frameworks, and also all types of version controls like Git, SVN, Mercurial, CVS, etc. And when it comes to JavaScript, no, we don't have the support in Community Edition, whereas we have that in Ultimate Edition. And similar way, there are some other frameworks in Java like Spring, Gives, Hibernates, etc., and these are all supported in Ultimate Edition, but not in Community Edition. Now let's get into the part of installing the IntelliJ. Once you go to the official website, you should be able to see this thing getting downloaded. You have to choose the setup file based on your OS. So I tried to download and it should be about 245 MB, and once double click on the application, now you will be popped up with this setup wizard. Just click next, and since I have a version already installed, it says, do you want to uninstall the one which is already there? No. Then click next, and install, and it asks for associations like to be whether .java to .groovy. I will go with both of them. Click next, and the basic routine process, and just click on install. Just installs. Yep, once it is done, you should be able to see finish button. Once you click on this, you will be redirected to here. Since I uninstalled my previous version, now I will click on OK for this. I do not have previous version. Okay, click OK here. And it asks you for the theme you want to use. Yes, I will go with Darkula since it helps in protecting our vision. Next, default plugins. Like you see here, there are Java frameworks, build tools, web development, everything, which helps us know what we have now. Like Scala, it's a plugin. If you want to have it, just install it. Just let's click on start using IntelliJ. Now we will be able to create a new project in IntelliJ. So Let's try to create a new project in Intellij. See, as you can see, there will be lot of options. Like you'll be able to create the type of project you want to. Here I go with Java, and right next to that you can see SDK version you want to use in that. You can just browse and choose the place where the JDK is, because without JDK, project cannot run. Then if you want to provide any user libraries, you can do that. Then click next, and you can give random title to your project, whichever you feel is apt for that, and just click on finish. So you should be driven to a new project perspective. So this now is a sample project which I have already done, so that it can be useful for a demo. So now you see that there is a Java class in here with some data in it, and the class name is student. So like I said before, every IDE provides the basic interface things like giving a nice interface and to be able to run the application, and a nice project interface to view the things and to debug. But Intellij makes them in a better way, like you will feel comfortable from the time you start using it. Like you can see, if you want to run an application, you just go there and you will be giving all the configurations you just want to give. Let's see, you will be intuitively able to choose what you need to do to run the program. The same way that even the debug options, they are very clear, like you see, with the perspectives very easily able to choose. So it is very much analyzed and built in a way that very much useful to a user, for a novice user to program in an easier way. So the best functionality, one of the things that stand out in IntelliJ is a shortcut key called Control Shift A pressed at a time. So whatever you want to search, you can do that. Say for example, you want to do duplicate code. So here you can see duplicate lines. It's just like a search engine. It will find you a programmatic approach for whatever idea you have. So basically, for a novice user, no matter which language he is trying to program, if he just uses Control Shift A and type whatever he has in mind, just like say string, it gives you some idea on what to do, no matter what you type. So let's say you want to find something, just type find. You will be given the shortcut key to find, and the rest of the stuff one after the other. And one more brilliant thing about IntelliJ is that when you type something and search for it, let's say if it's fine, first the Control F, here it shows in the results, because that gives you the feature of finding something in a file. Then Alt F7, find usages. This gives you an option to find multiple words, a word, how it is declared and stuff in a file. Then Control Shift F. It looks through the all the Java classes. Then Control Shift X plus F, which looks through the entire project. So the way it is categorized is very clean manner, so that everything is sorted and made easy for the end user. Let's concentrate now on a navigation part. So Control Shift A and give navigate. So you will be given suggestions on lot of things like Control Shift and Control N for it. As you can see, for a file level navigation you can go for Control Shift N, and for a line level Control G, and for a class level Control N. So let's try one of the options. Let's try with Control N. So let us type some name like mine. So as you can see, with just one word it is able to find the available class name to navigate to. So what you can understand from this is, so with just one word to type, it gives you all sort of suggestions which are very close to your mind. That is why it's called intelligent idea or Intellij idea, which acts smart. One of the coolest features in Intellij is Control tab. Just like you do in Windows Alt tab to switch between the different applications or windows, here if you just try to connect Control and tab, you will be able to switch to different tabs or different programs in your interface. Let's see, now I am in student.java. So when I do Control tab, I will be in another one, now in another application. It's just like how it is in Windows, which is a good feature to switch between lot of classes when you are in some big project working. And another one is Control B, one more shortcut. Maybe it's difficult for you to remember as shortcuts, so let's just say like fine declarations. So when you want to see the code or some variable where it is declared and how it is declared, just so for example button new is the one you wanted to see, Control B. You will be navigated to straight away with one click to the place where it is declared. Isn't that cool? And when you wanted to know the type of the variable, let's say I have label email here. It's a variable which I wanted to know the type. Let's say I have 100 lines of code, thousands of lines of code. I'm just stuck with somewhere. I just wanted to find the type of the variable. So I'm going to press Control Shift P. It pops me up with the type of variable it is. Here it is of swing class text field object. If you don't remember the shortcuts, just Control Shift A and try to find type. Yes, you will be seen with Control Shift P, Control Shift P, all the types of options which you can use or which will be of great help to you. And as you can see, there are other options like tools here, and these are all are having some important stuffs which they try to make them as unique and which are unavailable in the other IDEs. So refactoring, analyzing, refactor, if you can use this in a smart way, it's like, say for example, if you wanted to refactor a class, or if you just wanted to, last but the best out of all the features is smart code completion, which makes Intellij the smart of all the IDs that are there in the current market. I'm just going to type a simple word S. See how many options I am provided with, just like short, static, lot of things, suggestions. You might think that they are just the suggestions, but Actually, they took lot of effort and developed it like they are sorted in such a way that which are closest to the context. Say when you wanted to print a variable, for example in here, I just wanted to print window object. As you can see, this is a window object here, contain of type container. So it's as easy as win, yeah, dot s out. So usually, as you can see, system.out.println of window if you type in a notepad or normal text pads. But if it is here, it's just window variable name dot s out should do it. So I'm able to print in this way in here. But when I come out, now I will try to replicate the same. Let's take another object like for example text name here. So I'm going to try to print the text name here dot s out. It will not give me. Guess what? You cannot use the print statement just at the declaration level of a class. It's as smart enough as to see what can be declared in which place and things which you cannot do in places you are not able to do, or it stops you almost from 50% of the errors. If you, let's say if you are just in a notepad, then what you are going to do when you are confused or when you are writing too much amount of code, just you are going to write system.out.println and you are going to print whatever object you wanted to. But still, once after running the program, which is costly, you will be able to find that yes, I just wrote the line in the wrong place. But if you try to do the same in this place, it stops you from doing that. This is one of the smartest things I found in this Intellij. And when you wanted to have a quick walkthrough through the code, you just press Ctrl and down arrow. It takes you just navigates next lines and Alt arrow another short key to switch between the windows. Final, but the best among the all, the the smart code completion. Like I said, it should be inside a method. So let's take some place inside the method. So it gave me delimiter and I press dot. See how many options I am given with caret, all the possible functions I can use. Now I am going to press the magical key Ctrl Shift Space. I will be sorted out with things like which can complete the way I am thinking. It might sound dumb, but it's true. It gives me lot of methods which are possible gateways to complete my code. The people who are lazy can make use of this as their best opportunity. So when I pressed Ctrl Shift Space now, shortcut key for smart code completion. So this, when I pressed once, it gave me all the possible options taking account in just this class. When I press this magic key again, Ctrl Shift Space now, it gives me all the possible combinations at the package level. As you can see, these are multiplied now with all the possible combinations where it covers more and more ideologies. So if I press the shift space key again, pressing Ctrl Shift, it gives me at the project level, guess what? So it gives me an unimaginable thinking of looking for more and more options if you want to explore more and more. So this almost covers virtually everything what we wanted to just use to complete. Maybe sometimes when you write more and more code, you'll be stuck up somewhere where you need some help, called intuitive help maybe. So this gives you a new path. This makes you maybe more lazy, but for a beginner programmer, this is one of the coolest options. So I pressed Ctrl Shift space and gives me all these suggestions. So nowadays with everything becoming smart, right from the mobile phones and right from doing every single work, now the programming can be made more productive and smart and easier with all these features like smart completion, code navigation, safe refactoring, quick fixes, all the IDs and languages at one platform. This can be a very great way to program in a much efficient way and a productive way. Thanks to Intellij, happy programming.